Lydia Achieng, bed 050347 2021, Sociolinguistics. Topic 1, Dialectology. Dialectology is a subfield of sociolinguistics that focuses on the study of dialects, which are varieties of a language spoken by a particular group of people or in a specific region. Here are the key points about dialectology. Number 1, definition of dialect. Dialects are linguistic varieties that differ in pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar from the standard or prestige variety of a language. They are often associated with specific regions or community. Regional dialects. Dialectologists examine variations in language across different geographical areas. Regional dialects may exhibit distinct phonological, lexical, and grammatical features, contributing to the identification of speech communities. Isoglosses. Dialectologists use isoglosses, imaginary lines on a map marking the boundaries between linguistic features, to visualize and analyze regional dialect variations. Isogloss bundles help identify areas with similar linguistic characteristics. Dialect continua. Rather than strict boundaries, dialects often exist along continua. This means that neighboring communities may share certain linguistic features while gradually differing in others. Social dialects. Beyond regional distinctions, dialectology also considers social factors. Social dialects reflect variation in language associated with factors such as socioeconomic status, education, and ethnic identity. Linguistic Atlas projects. Dialectologists often conduct linguistic atlas projects so systematically document and map dialectal features. This project involves extensive fieldwork to collect data on pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammatical features. Dialect leveling and divergence. Dialect leveling refers to the process by which regional dialects become more similar, often due to increased communication and mobility. Conversely, dialect divergence occurs when isolation or other factors lead to increased regional differences. Standard dialects. Dialectologists explore the relationship between standard languages and their dialectal variations. Standard dialects are often based on a particular regional variety and may be promoted through education and media. Perception of dialects. Dialectology considers how speakers perceive their own dialects and the dialects of others. Attitude towards dialects can influence linguistic identity and may contribute to language variation. Topic 2, language variation. Language variation and change is a branch of sociolinguistics that explores how languages vary across different social groups and how they evolve over time. Here are key points about language variation and change. Definition of language variation. Language variation refers to the way language use differs among speakers or groups of speakers. This can manifest in pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammatical structures. Social factors. Language variation is often linked to factors such as age, gender, socioeconomic status, ethnicity, and education. These factors influence how individuals speak and contribute to linguistic diversity. Synchronic and diachronic variation. Synchronic variation examines language at a specific point in time, focusing on current linguistic pattern. Diachronic variation, on the other hand, studies language change over time, tracing historical developments. Linguistic innovations. Languages are dynamic and undergo constant innovation. Linguistic innovation can originate from various sources, including social trends, technology, and interactions between different speech communities. Language contacts. When different language varieties come into contact, they may influence each other, leading to language change. This can result in borrowing of words, shifts in pronunciation, and the development of mixed or creole languages. Dialectology and regional variation. Regional dialects exhibit variation in pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar across different geographical areas. Dialectology studies the variations to understand the linguistic diversity within a language. Style and register. Language varies not only across social groups, but also within individuals based on different styles and registers. Formal and informal registers or different speech style contribute to language variation. Linguistic levels. Linguistic variation occurs at various linguistic levels, including phonological, sounds, lexical, vocabulary, and syntactic sentence structure. Studying these levels provides a comprehensive view of a language variation. Language and social class is a subfield within sociolinguistics that investigates how social linguistic features and language use are influenced by an individual, social class, or socioeconomic status. Here are key points about language and social class. Social stratification. Social class refers to the hierarchical division in society based on factors such as income, education, occupation, and wealth. Linguistic pattern can be associated with different social class, creating a linguistic stratification. Vocabulary and lexical choice. Language reflects social class, distinction in vocabulary and lexical choice. Higher social class may use more formal and specialized language, while lower social class may employ colloquial expression and everyday language. Pronunciation and accent. Pronunciation and accent can be makers of social class. Variation in speech sounds, intonation, patterns, and accent may be associated with particular socio-economic group and contribute to linguistic identity. Code switching. Code switching, the practice of alternating between two or more language or dialects within a conversation, can reveal social class dynamics. Individuals may code switch based on the social context, adapting their language to fit the perceived expectation of the situation. Language attitudes. Attitude towards certain linguistic features can be linked to social class. Language purism, the belief in maintaining a pure or standards from a language, may be more prevalent in higher social classes. Standard language ideology. Standard language ideology is often aligned with higher social classes. The prestige associated with using the standard variety of a language can contribute to linguistic hierarchies, marginalizing non-standard varieties.